oídos se merecen Spotify Premium. Date un capricho con millones de canciones, audio de alta calidad y música sin límites. Consigue 3 meses gratis y cancela cuando quieras. Toca el banner para más información.
A veces al crear una campaña parece que estás hablando con las paredes. Con los anuncios en Spotify no te ignorarán. Te ayudamos a subir el volumen de tu negocio para llegar a un público dispuesto a oír y ver lo que ofreces. Descubre cómo puedes sacar partido a tus anuncios en ads.spotify.com.
Moonrise, signaling that it's our time. Owl cries, the haunting soundtrack of our kind. Red eyes, don't you worry, it's alright. New highs, we haven't reached, just being wise. We own the night, it's where we come alive. To more than life, when we go back to life.
Just a little bit from grace. Darling, we're gonna make a mess out of this
giving up on love. He could abandon as someone who was not. Don't let me fall. All that I need, so one point in life, I had given up on love. He could abandon as someone who was not. Don't let me fall.
all that I need, so
Tus oídos se merecen Spotify Premium. Date Date un capricho con millones de canciones, audio de alta calidad y música sin límites. Consigue 3 meses gratis y cancela cuando quieras. Toca el banner para más información.
A veces al crear una campaña parece que estás hablando con las paredes. Con los anuncios en Spotify no te ignorarán. Te ayudamos a subir el volumen de tu negocio para llegar a un público dispuesto a oír y ver lo que ofreces. Descubre cómo puedes sacar partido a tus anuncios en ads.spotify.com.
Sometimes I wonder what you're hiding. You say don't worry, but your eyes tell me you're lying. At night, you sneak away in silence, hoping I don't call out. I don't think that I deserve it. I'm hurting because you play these games. Tell me why you do this, I'm fuming. Oh, please just keep his name. Tell me why you're trying to fight it, 'cause I know what you do. Maybe it is time to tell the truth, 'cause
When no one needs somebody, yeah, yeah. Bring the heat up in my body. Marta, si me toca el nuevo rasca multiplicador por 50 de la 11, me voy a buscar un dúplex como el tuyo.
¿Ah, sí? ¿Te ha gustado?
A ver, como el tuyo, pero por 50.
¿Mi dúplex por 50? Pero eso serían 100 pisos.
Sí, pero lo buscaría en esta zona.
Ya, es buena zona, sí.
Nuevo rasca multiplicador por 50 de la 11. Multiplica tus premios por 50. Puedes ganar hasta 1 millón de euros al instante. Todo, pero todo, hasta por 50. 11. Ahora y siempre, bien jugado. Juega responsablemente y solo si eres mayor de edad.
Tus oídos se merecen Spotify Premium. Date un capricho con millones de canciones, audio de alta calidad y música sin límites. Consigue 3 meses gratis y cancela cuando quieras. Toca el banner para más información.
A veces al crear una campaña parece que estás hablando con las paredes. Con los anuncios en Spotify no te ignorarán. Te ayudamos a subir el volumen de tu negocio para llegar a un público dispuesto a oír y ver lo que ofreces. Descubre cómo puedes sacar partido a tus anuncios en ads.spotify.com.
Control.
Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as a lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
Moonrise, signaling that it's our time. Owl cries, the haunting soundtrack of our kind. Red eyes, don't you worry, it's alright. New highs, we haven't reached, just being wise. We own the night, it's where we come alive. Till more the light, when we go back to hide. It's time to ride, we're going wild tonight. When you hear the clock strike 12. When you hear the clock strike 12. When you hear the clock strike 12, all in. We ain't got no hours to wait. Call in for that all familiar taste. Fall in just a little bit from grace. Darling, we're gonna make a mess out of this place. We own the night, it's when we come alive. Till morning light, when we go back to hide. It's time to ride, we're going wild tonight. When you hear the clock strike 12. When the clock strikes 12. When you hear the clock strike 12. When you hear the clock strike 12. When the clock strikes 12. When you hear the clock strike 12. When you hear the clock strike 12.
¿No tienes internet? No pasa nada. Con Spotify Premium puedes descargar las canciones que más te llegan y llevártelas a todas partes sin conexión. Disfruta de 3 meses gratis antes de que acabe la oferta. Cancela cuando quieras. Toca el banner para más información.
Try this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
Comencem a cauteritzar. Bisturí.
Bisturí.
Pinces.
Pinces.
Tallem per aquí.
De pressa, doctora, faci alguna cosa.
Ja estic treballant. Ja està, ja ho tinc. Acabo de comprar uns bitllets d'alta velocitat a Wigo per una de les seves 15 destinacions a partir de 9 euros amb bar a bord i doble altura.
Que ben pensat.
Per ser llest, no cal pensar gaire. Compra els teus bitllets a wigo.com. Wigo, let's go!
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
Tus oídos se merecen Spotify Premium. Date un capricho con millones de canciones, audio de alta calidad y música sin límites. Consigue 3 meses gratis y cancela cuando quieras. Toca el banner para más información.
En Spotify Ads estamos presentes en cada momento de la rutina de nuestros oyentes. como el café de las mañanas que te ayuda a activarte. Al igual que las zapatillas para entrenar, para el 92% de los usuarios, Spotify es un compañero esencial en su día a día. Pasamos 2 horas al día con ellos, y eso es una oportunidad de oro para que tu marca llegue a un público más que dispuesto a oír y ver tus anuncios. Descubre cómo puedes sacar partido a tus anuncios en ads.spotify.com.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Will we know what is true enough for balance?
Voy a estar una semanita sin poder moverme. ¿Por qué no me dais un coche de sustitución?
Esta canción ya te la sabes. Vente a la Mutua y además de darte un coche de sustitución, te bajamos el precio de tus seguros sea cual sea. Llama al 91 555 5555. 91 555 5555. Condiciones en Mutua.es.
Tus oídos se merecen Spotify Premium. Date un capricho con millones de canciones, audio de alta calidad y música sin límites. Consigue 3 meses gratis y cancela cuando quieras. Toca el banner para más información.
empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. La 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 la, oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Oh, no.
Voy a estar una semanita sin poder moverme, porque no me dais un coche de sustitución.
Esta canción ya te la sabes. Vente a la Mutua y además de darte un coche de sustitución, te bajamos el precio de tus seguros, sea cual sea. Llama al 91 555 5555. 91 555 5555. Condiciones en Mutua.es.
Ever since you came back, I can barely breathe. All the talk about you, you're all I can see. Wish I wasn't hung up on somebody like you. Heard you're about to know friends, ain't got a new vibe. Didn't think that you'd change in the blink of an eye. I remember who you were back when you were mine. I keep running through the night. Last time you looked me in the eye, you said that everything was fine. I'm still patching up my heart. try to call, but you just won't answer the phone. Looks like another night I'm spending on my own. Can't pretend that these issues just don't exist. I can't fight it, can't deny it. Why are we putting this love to the test? The way it's going, there ain't gonna be one left. It's clear to see what you're keeping in your head. Speak to me instead. Like we've been burning at both ends. Can't quite see where the problem ends. We got too much to lose, so I will be hanging on the edge with you. 'Cause I know there's something else gonna pull us through. We know exactly what we need to do. We've got too much to lose, so I will be hanging on the edge with you. On the edge with you. I will be hanging on the edge with you. On the edge with you. I will be hanging on the edge with you. On the edge with you. I will be hanging on the edge with you. 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 Hanging on the edge with you. I'm afraid of the way this is turning out. A million miles away from where we started from. I don't know if we're ever gonna be the same. I'd do anything to take us back there. Why are we putting this love to the test? The way it's going, there ain't gonna be one left. It's clear to see what you're keeping in your head. Speak to me instead. Like we've been burning at both ends. Can't quite see where the problem ends. We've got too much to lose, so I will be hanging on the edge with you. 'Cause I know there's something else gonna pull us through. We know exactly what we need to do. We've got too much to lose, so I will be hanging on the edge with you. On the edge with you. I will be hanging on the edge with you. On the edge with you. I will be hanging on the edge with you. 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 Hanging on the edge with you.
¿No tienes internet? No pasa nada. Con Spotify Premium puedes descargar las canciones que más te llegan y llevártelas a todas partes sin conexión. Disfruta de 3 meses gratis antes de que acabe la oferta. Cancela cuando quieras. Toca el banner para más información.
We're running out of things that make us wanna last forever. A burden that can never ever ruin all the laughter. Tell me why you've been leaving me home when you're out late. This happy ever after makes me wanna chase her down. Tell me why you've been staying out late when I'm all alone. 'Cause I'm lonely, in touch with my feelings, but not when you're down. Why won't you just stay? For a moment I don't want to be this way. Tell me why you've been staying up late when I'm all alone. Tell me why you've been staying out late when I'm all alone. 'Cause I'm lonely and touch with my feelings, but not when you're down. Why won't you just stay for a moment? I don't want to be this way. Tell me why you've been staying up late when I'm all alone. 'Cause I'm lonely and touch with my feelings, but now when you're down.
Oh, I've tried everything. I've searched for the fountain of youth, but I still seem to be as lost as I was before. 'Cause I don't want it all, I just want enough. Something small that will keep me tough. 'Cause I don't feel like I am enough, but then I hear you through the roof. Darling, don't let the callous parts of your heart grow. Darling, don't let go. Don't you dare lose hope. Head held high, suddenly just gave it all your mind. Darling, don't let go. Don't you dare lose hope. Nothing stops reality. Nothing crushes like the world does. But I try and I try again to realize this won't be the end. 'Cause I don't want it all, I just want enough. Something small that will keep me tough. 'Cause I don't feel like I am enough, but then I hear you through the roof. Darling, don't let the callous parts of your heart grow. Darling, don't let go. Don't you dare.
Tus oídos se merecen Spotify Premium. Date un capricho con millones de canciones, audio de alta calidad y música sin límites. Consigue 3 meses gratis y cancela cuando quieras. Toca el banner para más información.